Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and the video I'm doing today is the next part in my Avengers Endgame countdown series, Iron Man 2. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. So, Avengers Endgame countdown continues. We have... Of course, we did Iron Man and Incredible Hulk last time. So we have to kind of jump into that elephant into the room, which is Iron Man 2. Quickly about the formats available. Of course, we have standard Blu-ray pretty much only. Of course, DVD, obviously. But yeah, this is pretty much the last Marvel film that stays away from like 3D, 4K that are currently available. So yeah, this is Iron Man 2. God, I love the slipcover on this, honestly. And just a quick note, the Silver Centurion armor is my favorite armor of all time as far as Iron Man goes. My favorite storyline of all time is Armor Wars. That's still a dream of mine that they actually somehow do that on the big screen, but all right. So yeah, so they are available on the Blu-ray format. They both look and sound great. I've never had any issues. They are very good. It's a good production by Paramount, that the studio at the time that produced it. So yeah, it's a good looking disc. It's a great sounding disc. I love actually the several scenes at the end that just really make the audio pop. They sound great. But overall, it's a beautiful looking disc, and I can't wait for it to come out in 4K. I think I might have mentioned this during Iron Man, but I believe that once Endgame is done, the next Marvel format, or to get the 4K format, is going to be the Iron Man films. I think I actually did a count. There's only 8 films in the MCU that currently do not have a 4K disc, and once you knock out the 3 Iron Man, that just brings it down to about 5. So yeah, I can't wait. I would love to see them on 4K. But all right, so let's get to Iron Man 2. Often the most underappreciated. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say underappreciated per se, but it's definitely the one that gets a lot of people saying, oh, this was not a great film. It was just interested in world building to Avengers. You're not wrong. That's not an incorrect thing to say, but I also feel it doesn't get the credit it should. Yeah, I kind of feel this is probably the one movie I feel that they really kind of messed up the villain. And, Whiplash / Ivan Vanko, just Mickey Rourke's fine. I never had any issue with him as far as the character goes, but the end, he was great up until like his first confrontation with Iron Man, who was wearing the silver armor, and then after that, it was kind of almost a waste. He was just not really utilized very well at all. I think honestly, in my opinion, that's the biggest weakness of Iron Man 2. It's just how they used him, and at the end was kind of a joke. It was like Whiplash in a suit of armor that just, he's done in like a minute. I think I clocked it once. It was like 63 seconds, like from when he lands to like when they take him out. It's like, wow, okay. But that being said, the scene leading up to that with the drones, I absolutely loved that. I loved, seeing War Machine just tear apart like the drone, one of the drones, like near the end. And go back to War Machine. Don Cheadle, of course, takes over for Terrence Howard, who is a much, much better, roadie than I feel that Terrence Howard was. I always felt that Terrence Howard was miscast in that role. It just never vibed for me. But yeah, Don Cheadle just owns War Machine, and he still does to this day. I would be down completely for a War Machine solo movie, just to see that armor just like rip into like, terrorists, that kind of thing. Pfft, sign me up, honestly. But yeah, I feel that there is a lot to like. Yeah, we are given our first introduction, and with Natasha Romanoff, played by Scarlett Johansson. So of course the Black Widow's in it. Yeah, I probably could have done without her in the movie. I love her. Don't get me wrong. It did feel like there was a bit of a bloat because of trying to get her going. So yes, that is a legitimate concern, that this is more of a world buildup to Avengers than it is for an Iron Man movie. But there's a lot to like. We get a little touch of Demon in a Bottle. I know Paramount / Disney / whoever was not going to really push that envelope. That was just not something that would really be attractive to mainstream audiences. So you kind of had, but it was still there. There was a lot, going on. He was, effectively dying when talking about Tony. But I actually, I enjoy all the action scenes more or less. I do. Once again, that silver armor. I feel while it was more of a nod than it was like, this is a thing. I love that piece. The suitcase armor. I do feel that this is, in a way underappreciated. And yeah, there are a lot of bloat in this, and of course Ivan was just completely wasted. But of course Sam Rockwell, Justin Hammer, also I loved him. Like I feel like he actually had a much stronger arc than Ivan did. It just he's great. He's a magnetic personality, and I would love to see him again in the MCU. There's potential there. There really, really is. I hope we do get something from him. But yeah, overall, Iron Man 2, quickly. Also references to the Tesseract, of course, are in this. They see that notebook, and of course the prototype shield for Captain America, or whatever they were using it for at the time. Lots of little nods to the greater MCU in this. And of course, there's a reference to Thor, which would appear, of course, in the next Marvel movie. Just overall, I really do still enjoy Iron Man 2. It has its problems. Yes, it does. There is a lot of bloat and a villain problem. But it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I still enjoy it. I like going back to it. When we get to Iron Man 3, I'll have a conversation about that. So, until then, please leave in the comments below. What do you think of Iron Man 2? Is this one of your go-tos? Do you kind of skip it? Let me know in the comments. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.